When it comes to guided missile, let's be honest. This is one of the season 4 episodes that get remembered. Mainly because it's the Jeremy in a Jet episode. And yes, it is that episode. Jeremy in a jet. And he is accidentally won via lottery the need for speed with the most American Texas sounding Americanish American that they could ever Americanly voice act Americanly. My God, it's a stereotype. A really on the nose guys from Texas stereotype. Even down to the jet bomber jacket. My God, these French people. They made the most American thing in this un American show that I have ever seen. And it's gloriously funny. But of course, this also marks another holiday has passed. Yeah, we've gone through 3 Christmases in this show. So, seemingly, we've gone through literally 3 years at this point. Starting with a holiday in the fog and ending right here. Now, naturally, last week we had the Christmas presents and the Christmas vacay. This week, however, we have this. Now, Aelita doesn't get many letters from home. God knows we know why, because she doesn't have a family to go home to. Aww. So Jeremy does her a favor and writes a fake letter, which is cute. It's the thought that counts. It's precious, okay? I'll give Jeremy this one. He's actually doing something pretty awesome here. So, thumbs up here. But he's gotten a letter for an invitation to be part of a jet demonstration. To be in the be in the second seat of a full blown F-16. But naturally, because the American government and every human being outside of the warriors are dumb to Xana's a computer virus, stupid. Naturally, Xana possesses the jet, and thus the chase and the plot begins. Jeremy, being trapped in a jet, has to survive this horrifying ideal out of fear of planes of all kinds for the rest of my life. Sure, there are a lot of things that scar these kids, but I think this is one of the worst. Thanks, Xana. Thanks. If you had any idea of being part of a government program or part of anything that had to do with aerodynamics, you ruined it right here. And it wouldn't be long before Xana creates the horrifying situation. Of course, seeing that international law sees the jet as going completely AWOL without designation, you can guess what happens here. As is real international law when dealing with AWOL jets or planes of any kind, if they are not designated in time, They are ordered by military order to either land or be shot down the hard way. Guess which one we get? Yep, Jermey's in a race against time and in a screaming metal death trap. One that if the Lyoko warriors don't shut down the tower soon, well, yeah. Jermey and the pilot are not going to exist anymore. Honestly, Zeta's anger and being so vain towards these kids have reached levels of extreme that even upon this rewatch for this review cannot go understated. This dude is out for blood. Real sickening blood. And he's not holding back either. Now, of course, this requires the team that to put in work, which thankfully they get the job done. Jeremy doesn't become plain street pizza, and Jeremy decides to reject the repeat on the second trip naturally. But the episode ends on Aelita discovering the written note ahead of time in the classroom, in his own room, which is sweet. It's adorable. Contrary to that, the action is good. The William battle is, of course, good as and yes, we get we get another tease of Aelita being sent into the void. This is going to become a pattern, isn't it? Well, we're nearing the end of the season and the series, so you bet your bottom dollar it's going to become the routine. But thanks to Odd being such a crack shot, Aelita manages to save herself with her wings and get the job done just in time. And yes, this is one of the more tension filled, dangerous, good episodes. That fortunately for us breaks the trend of bad episodes that we've gotten the last couple of weeks. But this 5 out of 6 episode is about to be followed by Canine Conundrum. An episode that, yes, it's about dogs again. Kiwi again. This is the fourth one centered around this dog. And next week, we will finally, you know, put, let the sleeping dog of this cliche, even within this show, finally lie as the last dog based episode hits. Again, this episode is a 5 out of 6, and it's certainly one in season 4 to enjoy, and it's one of the more memorable ones. The fact that with this, only 9 episodes technically remain, 8 though for us. It's hard to believe we've only got pretty much 10 more weeks together. And then it's off to try to find something else to do weekly. Man, it's gonna suck when it all ends. But until next week, find peace in your own nirvana. I'll see you then.